Alright guys, so before we go into the video, I thought I would show you a couple purchases that I made recently. I rarely ever buy anything, so I thought it'd be cool just to kind of share a couple things that I bought. So this first right here is a squat shoe by Tyre, Tyre, and it's partnered with Squat University. So I have squat shoes right now, and they've been helping with my knee pain because they give me a little bit of extra ankle mobility. These ones actually have a slightly higher heel than the ones I have right now. But the real reason that I got these and I really like these is because it has a very wide toe box. So your toes don't get cramped in here. With my current squat shoes, my toes do feel very cramped. It makes it kind of hard to grip the ground very well, or use like a tripod foot, which is the normal cue when doing legs. Obviously I don't squat anymore, but these really do come into play on leg press and hack squats. So I really like these. They're really cool. I really like the design as well. The black and gold just looks really, really clean. So I'm definitely excited to give these a try on my next leg day. And then the other purchase I bought was these Reebok pumps. So no real reason for buying these other than I just thought they looked really dope, and I haven't bought a pair of shoes in quite a long time. So I looked at these probably for like a week or two, deciding like, do I really want to buy these? And I just kept going back pretty much every day or every other day and looking at them. So that kind of told me that I really did want these. And, Reebok pumps are definitely one of my favorite shoes of all time. And one of the reasons I especially like them now is just because nobody wears Reebok pumps anymore. Everybody wears Jordans and Nikes, so a shoe like this, it really, really stands out. So thought I'd just share that with you guys. A couple purchases that I made, and now we'll get to the lifting. So getting right into it, started off this workout with hamstring curls. In the last video, I talked about how I was kind of starting to get that confidence back with hamstring curls. This workout right here was definitely another step in that direction. I don't feel that I'm fully there, but man, this session felt even better than the last session. This session right here was like
great success.
The first time where I kind of felt like where I was a couple months ago in terms of like sort of the weights I was moving, the intensities I was able to use. So I feel like I'm very, very close. On that hamstring curl, I'm very confident that I could do the stack, but right now, I do still want to take things a little bit slow. So, I'm only a couple off the stack, but I got that for 15. My second set was 12, I believe. And then from there, I went over to the hammer strength leg press, which is what you're seeing right now. So with this, I always encourage full range of motion if you have the ability to do that. For me, this is as much range of motion as I can get pain-free for my knee. If you're really looking to maximize, quad stimulus through this, I would say move your feet as far down on that pad as is comfortable for you, as your like ankle mobility will allow, and think about putting your knees into your armpits. You can see right here, that's pretty much what I'm going for. I do have the mobility to do it, but I don't with my knee. There's too much pain when I start going that far down. So that's why I cut it where I cut it right here. But the one thing I do want to talk about is your ability to push yourself on your legs in particular, and kind of what I term is like holding them to the fire. This set right here was my first working set, and I did 24 reps, I believe it was. But by like the 11th rep, you could see there was a slight pause there. My legs were already burning extremely bad, but that's not your cue to end the set. Especially with legs, you always have so much more left in the tank than you think. And if you want big legs, if you want big quads, big hamstrings, big glutes, you have to push past those feelings and you have to just keep going until like you really can't anymore. Even these sets right here, because I'm not going all out, I probably still have like 2 reps in reserve. But that just shows you kind of like feeling versus reality. When I get to like the 10 rep point on that 4 1/4, I could stop there because it hurts, it burns. But I still have, 14 reps to go. If I went to failure, probably 15, 16 reps. So I just want to point that out. The other thing I want to point out is your ability to control the weight that you're using. You know, that's one thing that I preach to all my clients, and it's one thing that I try to practice during my lifts as well. I wouldn't feel justified in telling people to, correct their exercises and, utilize certain techniques and control over the weight if I was just throwing the weight around. And I truly believe this builds more muscle in general because you're going to be targeting your muscle better rather than just chucking the weight up and down. So you can see on those leg presses, every single rep, I do my best to make it look exactly the same, to make it look like I have full control of the eccentric and the concentric portion of the movement. So those leg press sets for me right there, definitely confidence builders. In terms of me getting back to where I was at previously, those are really good sets for me for where I'm at right now and gave me a lot of confidence going into my next leg session. After that, I went on to the hack squat, which you're seeing right here. I actually did 3 sets of that leg press. So you saw my top set of 4 1/4 for 24. Then my next set was 5 for 15. Then I dropped it down to 4 plates and did 18, I believe. After that, I went to this hack squat here. So I'm choosing not to load this very heavy and kind of utilize it as like a loaded stretch. Where I'm getting, as much range of motion as I can. And I can actually get pretty good range of motion here if I keep it light. And if my quads are super pumped. So right here, I went straight from the leg press over to here. I mean, my legs were so pumped. The only way I'm able to even get this range of motion here is because there's weight pressing me down. Like that's how pumped my legs, my quads are, that I can't really like bend them without a weight actually pushing them down. So using this as like a loaded stretch by not putting a ton of weight on there and just doing a high rep set, I think is probably going to be the way that I move to execute these in the future, just to really help with my knee pain so that it doesn't get out of control. And I can tell you that, man, my legs after this day were so sore. They're more sore than they've been in quite a long time. I think that's in combination from I haven't been able to work them super hard for a little while. And I also think that really deep stretch on the hack squat, when my quads were already pumped and just full of blood, I really do think that made a difference as well, because there was like a very, very deep soreness in my legs. After that, I only did 1 set of that hack squat. So 3 sets of leg press, 1 set of the hack squat. Then I moved on to lunges, which I didn't show. That was just body weight lunges, 2 sets to failure. So I have no idea how many I did per leg. I just know that I did a lot. Then I ended it right here with that adductor that you just saw. And that was pretty much the entire workout there. And hopefully some of the stuff that I said made sense. Hopefully it's some stuff that you can use in your next leg session as well. Really quickly before I wrap this video up, I just want to say thank you to everybody who watches these videos, who likes these videos, comments on these videos. Also to anybody on Instagram, when you guys interact with the stuff that I put on there, I really do appreciate that. Also, when I post Q&As on Instagram, I want to say thank you to all the people who ask questions there as well. Again, I really do appreciate that interaction, and hopefully, the answers and stuff that I give are able to, help you out in some sort of way. I'm going to wrap this up right here, and hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will catch you in episode number 11. Peace.